Hey, I'm Chase.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Joe.
I'm Zach.
And we're Coin, and we're live in Limbo.
You know I talk too much. Honey, come put your lips on mine and shut me up. We can blame it on human nature. Stay cool, it's just
I'm Shannon from Live in Limbo, and we're sitting here with Coin. How are you guys doing today?
Great. How about you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Are you guys excited to be back in Toronto? Or in Toronto?
Yeah, it's been 2 years. Very, very excited to be here. We love this place. Yeah.
Just took the mic away from me there. So we're going to start off with saying that people kind of say that indie pop music is like an oversaturated market. Lots of bands, not a lot of people listening to those bands. What do you guys do to stand out from the crowd?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you for saying that we stand out. Means a lot. I don't know. We do it under our personal conviction, and I think we do it out of love and joy, and it really comes from within us. I think a lot of people misconstrue what we do or what other bands do in this genre, and I think we're really doing it because it just naturally comes from us. It kind of exudes from us, I guess. I don't know, Ryan, do you have an answer to that, or anybody else?
I would agree.
Yeah, it's just natural.
Yeah.
I can't say why we like stick out more than other bands do,
Not
but
necessarily trying to.
and we're not like
trend or anything.
we're just doing what comes naturally, and people seem to gravitate toward it, which is really fun.
So you're just naturally awesome is what you're saying. That's where I got, no, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. So kind of going on that like line here, I get in this argument with my friends all the time. And it's like, people say that like rock and roll music is dead. Okay. We've kind of seen a shift more towards like the R&B pop music. What do you think about being like a band who's in the music industry for like alternative, I guess?
I think, at least for us, alternative music is really, really alive, and we see it every night in cities we've never even been to before. And it's really amazing to watch people come out to shows and enjoy. I don't think, and it's kind of weird to say we play rock and roll music. I don't know if that's the case or not.
I'd say like new age rock.
New wave, maybe.
Yeah.
New age. I like that though.
I think it depends who's listening, right? I feel like if you're sitting in front of your TV or driving in your car and listening to the radio, then it very well may seem that rock music is dead. But I think that it's very much alive, and like we find new bands every day that, you know, a lot of people are falling in love with. So
Yeah. So we kind of are living in this age where a social media presence is mandatory for a band to be successful. Looking through your like Instagram, like you guys have a very nice aesthetic peel, I guess you could say. How do you think your social media impact, like why is that important with connecting with fans and stuff like that? Like what does that do with you and your fans?
For so many people that we will never get to meet in places like Toronto or like just places we don't get to go very often, that is our connection with them, and that is our impression. And
I think it creates a culture as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, it definitely creates a whole, like, it's very immersive, and that's what we want to do with everything. So it's not just the music, it's not just the people, it is the, like, I don't want to say brand, but it's like lifestyle? the lifestyle associated with us and who we are and what we do, rather than just like 3 minutes of a song, you know?
Yeah.
it helps them find us, and then them also find each other, which
for sure.
sounds
Yeah.
kind of cheesy, but we have kids that are meeting each other on Twitter and then joining up in cities that are a few hours away. And then they're, you know, waiting outside
Yeah.
of the shows.
I think it really connects fan bases more having that like social media presence. And I think it, like going back to, I don't know, like 20 years ago, you knew a band by, say you liked, I don't know, AC/DC, you went and saw them in concert, that's all you saw was 2 hours of them. Now, like people get to see every aspect of your life, which is really cool.
But you can show too much too. So it's a balance.
It's a fine line, yeah.
Definitely.
You want to like keep it professional, but like not, you know, like you want, it's like a really,
It's really hard to show who you are, but at the same time, like, yeah, keep a distance, because you don't want to give people everything, and because then you have nothing to give, you know, and that's tough.
yeah. So speaking of technology, we are kind of shifting away from people buying records and that kind of stuff, and it's more on Spotify and Apple Music and streaming. As a consumer, I love Apple Music and stuff. It's like $5 a month, unlimited music. As an artist, what is your opinion on it?
We are so thankful for Spotify, Apple Music, any streaming service. Without them, we wouldn't have a career, and I truly believe that. And I think, yeah, it's less about buying people buying records, the record still means just as much to them, but they're just not, purchasing them. And then ultimately, maybe they will someday if they want to own like a physical, they want to tangibly own it. But it's really special to talk with fans after shows and find out that so many of them have found out about us through Apple Music or through Spotify. And so we are very grateful for that. We are, I think, totally grateful.
And there's
for
a
it.
multitude of ways to support us and bands in general outside of buying their albums. So
Like coming to live shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not concerned with it.
it
Yeah.
helps us a lot,
Yeah, I
those
feel-
other ways specifically.
Yeah, I feel like when you ask an artist that question, I always get two answers. Like people who are like, I love it, and then people who are like, it's ruining music. There's like,
no, that's
I think it's kind of like as like a new age, like we're growing up with this, right? Like your whole music career, you've known Spotify. A lot of artists are like new to this, and it's
Right. We are new to it, but there's no point in complaining about it. We're just going to adapt and embrace it.
survival of the fittest. Darwin would be proud of you guys. So how do you guys? I always like to figure this out. How do you guys find new music?
Honestly, Spotify, like playlists, the playlists they make there, I thoroughly use.
Zach.
I was going to say, yeah.
Zach makes his own playlist on Spotify.
Zach is the cool music guy in our band who shows us all the cool bands that are coming up. So
And he just knows. He just like has this like telepathic sense.
he doesn't try, and it's always the coolest music. Every genre.
That's awesome. Speaking of genres, you kind of find bands like the 1975 in them who are emerging and not really declaring themselves as a genre. Do you guys think you fit into that like in between where you're not rock, you're not pop, you're not indie, you're just kind of
We're definitely not trying to subscribe to a genre. Like we're not trying to write music that will be good for alternative radio or trying to write music that is like indie pop or something. I think that if you're chasing a trend, you're going to be 2 years late every single time. So again, it goes back to the first question you asked. We're just doing what comes naturally. And if people want to subscribe it to a genre or like fit it in somewhere, they're more than welcome to, but that is not our personal prerogative.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to just one final question. What can we see from you guys within the next year, next couple years?
A new album, new music videos, and our first real first like North American headlining tour, and then hopefully outside of the US to do that too. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with the show tonight.